Do you remember scary stories to tell in the dark? All right. Scary stories to tell in the dark. Sir, if you ever saw the book, you remember the cover. If you ever opened it, you remember the art. That was the hook. That's what stuck. Not the stories, but the way they looked. Written by Alvin Schwartz, published in 1981. A collection of old urban legends, campfire stories, and folklore rewritten for kids. Which sounds harmless until you open it up and see a skull with worms crawling out of its eye socket, or a screaming face melting into smoke. That was Stephen Gammell, the illustrator. His art made the book. Watercolor nightmares, all fog and bones and limbs that didn't connect correctly. He didn't draw monsters, he drew the thing that shows up when the monsters are already done. And the stories, they weren't even that complicated. Short, bare bones, most were like 2 pages. Set up, creepy thing happens, ends. Some had punchlines, some just stopped. The hook, the red spot, the big toe, me tie doughy walker. They read like someone whispering a warning they half believed. But when you're a kid, that's enough. The combination of those stories and that art hits you in a place that doesn't fully go away. These were books you passed around the playground like contraband. Teachers didn't particularly like them, but you were reading, so they dealt with it. Parents tried to get them banned, and they did not succeed. There were 3 volumes total. 81, 84, 91. If you grew up in the 90s, you probably saw them all smushed together in the library. Shelved wrong, torn covers. They smelled like nobody had opened them in decades, even though they were, just checked out like yesterday. At some point, they reissued them with new art. They sanitized it, replaced Gammell's work with toned down illustrations that looked like clip art from a Halloween coloring book. No one liked that. Eventually, they brought the originals back. Obviously, if you read them now, they don't hit the same. You're older. You've seen much worse. But when you were 8 or 10 or whatever age you cracked that book open at a sleepover and saw Harold just standing in the field, it hit. I purchased this particular copy, and it came with a cute little bookmark. It says scary stories and has a bloody knife, and it says Avery. I like to think that Avery is a young kid now, and he enjoyed this book, and it was too scary, and his mom sold it off to thriftbooks.com. Or if Avery is my age now, Avery, I have your copy. Do you want it back? Anyway, do you remember scary stories to tell in the dark?